Hello, now I'm going to explain how to generate a metahuman rig for a model from a rigged character with the same topology. First, let's open AnimCraft. If AnimCraft is not open, we'll prompt you to open AnimCraft, because some results require AnimCraft to calculate. So, let's first open the AnimCraft main program. Minimize it. Now we can use the features inside AnimCraft for Maya. Let's get started. Because Metahuman's default orientation is with the z-axis up. And when the z-axis is up, it's usually correct. And its pivot point is also at the bottom. If we change it to y-axis up, it will be upside down. And the operation will be different. At this point, all we need to do is press Alt plus Home key. Now it is back to normal. Now let's switch it back to the z-axis up. Otherwise it's not easy to continue. Press Alt plus Home key again. Because there are some calculations that we have to notice. Okay, let's move on to the next step. Now let's open this Metahuman's panel. First we have to click on Import. Then we import the Metahuman skeleton and rigs. Import it, it's already imported. Now let's look at its approximate position, and at this point you have to remember this joint. Beware and do not move the position of it, as well as other imported objects. Vacuate the calculation is based on the current position of the skeleton. When you change the position, it will fail. Now let's clean up the translate value of the model. First, you can position it roughly. Second, click Clear. You can do it manually, but we highly recommend you. It will clear the translate value of the model and also the related constraints and other rotate and scale values. To clear these stuffs by this button, then we need to unparent from the node and put them to the world space. And then we open this panel again, and select Object and click to put each one's name to the blank field. And make sure the names match accurately, don't mix them up. There are the names of each model. The name and object should be identical. Let's continue and click them one by one, be careful not to click the wrong objects. And please notice again it should use the model with the same topology of Metahuman. If it's not the same topology model, this feature won't work. Now let's do a test for the topology. First, let's create a sphere, presuming that it's a head. Replace the head model name in the panel. Then click Start. It will prompt you that this model is not model with the same topology of Metahuman, so it's incorrect. Okay, let's set it back. And here we have another button, Clear Information. It's a function to clear the history. Bakayus, we recorded your previous selections, so you don't have to click it next time. Just click here, and it clears the history. Okay. You can do it again. This is just a simple function. Now that we're all set, let's begin. And notice again, do not move the position of this joint. Click Start. It asks if you want to start, which means start. Then, it started. Of course not that fast. I sped it up, but the speed is still fast. At the end you get a time reminder of how long it took. It took about 1.5 minutes. Okay, now it has been rigged. Now let's look at the result. The mouth deforming feels good. Opening and closing, all is well. Let's have another look. Let's see the mouth. No problem. Now let's see the opening and closing of the eyes. And also the mouth. The cheeks puff up. They are all fine. Well, that's basically the functionality for now. For a metahuman with the same topology. And now if you go and move its y-axis, change its y-axis to face up. And then you can manipulate it freely, because it's already rigged. But before we rigging it, never move the rotation position of the joint, where it's imported and positioned. You can only adjust the position to your own model. And now changing it back is also normal, yes. That's it. Thank you very much.